Hello and welcome to the second part, concluding part of this live coverage of the elections. We have been updating on a regular basis, and now I think though looks as if the elections are done and dusted with the NDA running away, literally it's a landslide, so as to say. And however, to give you details, I would put you on to our panelists, Viraj Bab Naik and Francis Coelho. Viraj Bab, yes, take us forward, give us the latest figures so that those who've joined us just now have an idea in short.
NDA is at 202, BJP is at 91, JDU is at 83, LJP is at 19, HAM is at 5 and RLM is at 4. Total of NDA is 202, whereas Mahagathbandhan is at 35, comprising of RJD at 27, CPI ML at 2, Congress at 5 and CPIM at 1. As far as the others are concerned, AIM IM is at 5, BSP is at 1. So out of 243, NDA is leading on 202 seats. So far 13 results are out and the others are under counting. Only 13 are out of which BJP has won 7 and JDU has won 6. 14 are out and RJD has won 1 seat.
Okay, now
we'll also go to the prominent candidates. Can we have the prominent candidate slides, please? So Tejasvi Yadav of the RJD is leading in Raghopur. He was the chief ministerial face of the Mahagathbandhan. Current Deputy CM of Bihar, Vijay Sinha, is leading on the BJP in Lakhisarai. Maithili Thakur of the BJP, folk singer turned politician and BJP's youth face, is leading in Alinagar
by 8,000 votes.
Mangal Pandey of the BJP, contesting from Siwan, is leading. He is an organizational leader of the BJP. Samrat Chaudhary of the BJP is leading from Tarapur. He is the OBC face of the BJP, a prominent leader. Shatrughan Yadav of the RJD from Chhapra is trailing. He is a Bhojpuri actor fielded by RJD from Chhapra. Tej Pratap Yadav, son of Lalu Prasad Yadav, who rebelled and formed another party, contesting from Jan Shakti Janata Dal from Mahua constituency, is trailing. He is brother of Tejasvi Yadav and son of Lalu Prasad Yadav. Okay, those were the prominent candidates.
Yeah, what I was saying is that this, when we started off the day today, I don't think anybody expected this, not even I think probably the BJP, either from the party or JDU or even the poll managers of the BJP in Bihar and wherever. What do you feel, Viraj?
I think this kind of victory was not foreseen either by the BJP or the RJD or even the exit polls. So exit polls, the highest amongst them was around 170, 180. Even Amit Shah from the BJP had said they would get around 160.
So if he says 160 is always around 30% more, because you need to say that. So the realistically
probably
around 120.
Realistically, I think NDA was expecting majority, probably around 130, 135, 140 maybe. So they bumped it up to 160 just to give that confidence to their cadre and voters, and they have to say it. So when they say 150, 160, you are right. So it means around 135, 130. But 200 plus, I think no one thought about it, no one envisioned it. So I think it's a landslide, and everyone is surprised. So are we.
At the figures.
Yeah.
Because yes, surprised, and I don't know. I think a little you need to put on your thinking caps to figure out why. That is probably at a later. Yeah, Francis.
Yeah, I want to just assess the Mahagathbandhan's tally, RJD at 27 is like, abysmal. CPIM L is 2. Congress is 5 seats.
It had gone down to 1 seat at one stage.
Yeah, at one
like
point
when
in time
we
it
were
had
having
gone down
lunch,
to
I
1
think.
seat, and it's at 5 seats currently, which is it's something that we need to discuss, because rather than talking about RJD and all the other JDU and all the parties, for us in Goa, how the Congress fares in Bihar is something that everyone in Goa was waiting and watching to see, because the Congress is Congress ka fortunes in Bihar tells us about what is happening in the Congress and whether the Congress is working, not working. Currently also they are winning margin in 2 seats out of the 5 that they are leading in. In 2 seats their margin is 828 in Chanpatna, and Valmiki Nagar is only 1900.
That is like Goa margins.
Yeah, 1900 in margin in Bihar is wafer thin.
Nothing.
It's literally wafer thin. And Valmiki Nagar, they are leading by 1900 votes, and 26 rounds of counting have been done out of
So
31.
4 are left.
Yeah, 31 rounds of counting are left. 5 rounds. And Chanpatia, they are leading by only 828 votes, and 22 out of 24 rounds are left, are done. So only 2 rounds of counting are left to go, and they are only leading in 828. And in the other places also, Araria, Kishanganj and Mahihar, they are winning by a margin of 10,000, 12,000, 15,000 votes. So it's basically nothing. Like and in these other places, like I said, Araria, Kishanganj and Manihar, the counting is there's a lot more counting to go. At least 8 rounds, 9 rounds of counting is to go. So the Congress is basically, I think, it needs to look at this loss and it needs to think about it. The answer is that definitely that entire vote chori yatra that they did not work.
So they will basically, possibly the Congress will say we got 5 votes because of the vote chori. Is that possible?
No, Congress had double-digit votes the last time, right?
9.5.
Yeah, no.
Seats
they had double digits, right?
Yeah.
How many seats they had the last time?
They had
20?
19 seats.
19 seats. So from 19 seats to go down to 5, and 5 with wafer thin margins means that the people of Bihar have basically decided that we're not good, it's a waste to vote for the Congress, because it's absolutely ridiculous. And the number of this that they contested was about 70?
61.
61, yeah. So 61 they contested, and they have got 5, which I think is very, very worrisome for the Congress here. They, in retrospect, spending 8-10 days and doing a vote chori yatra, people of Bihar were we don't want to do this vote chori yatra, or we don't want to talk about vote chori. If maybe he would have gone down that same yatra and spoken about unemployment and spoken about migration of Bihari workers to the rest of the country, maybe spoken about welfare schemes that they can offer, whatever, I don't know, they should know their election campaign based on their ideology better. But saying that somebody else is the chore, so vote for me, basically does not work, is what has been established in Bihar with the Bihari people.
But one thing now, vote chori is fine, but Bihar is not a state wherein there could be infiltration, like for example border states. It's not. It's little tough. Possibly, I don't know.
No, Bihar there is zero infiltration.
Yeah,
nobody wants to go to Bihar.
People want to get out of Bihar.
People want to get out of Bihar. So nobody in their right mind wants to go to Bihar. I love Bihar. I've been there a lot of times on work, and the food is amazing. The people are so nice and warm. But it's sad that
economic situation not that hot.
It's the economic situation, and it's not the kind of place that you'd want to stay at. You go roam around and you come back, it's fine. But it's not the kind of, there is, after 8 days of seeing the whole place, there is nothing to do. So nobody wants to go to Bihar. Nobody wants to go there to work. Nobody wants to go there to do farming. Nobody wants to go to do anything. And the people who are there want to get out. So like, if the Congress had to go and talk about that and say that, like, let's talk about how Bihar can progress from being the poorest state to maybe the 10th poorest, or, come past the halfway mark, something would have worked. But the Congress has failed miserably, like absolutely miserably. So,
yeah, so now another thing, what I want to just bring it off a little more into, more cynical sort of a thing. See, AIMM, right, OIC's party, 5 seats. Congress, 5 seats. Now, the OIC's parties, everybody knows who exactly they are catering to. They had a very limited, they only put a few seats and they wanted that. But for a pan-India party to come down to 5 seats in one of the largest states in the country, that in Bihar, that is an issue. Or there is an issue with the central Congress, all these Venugopal and all these guys, the general secretaries who are there, who are basically the master planners of all this campaign. See, Rahul Gandhi may be the face, but ultimately somebody has to sit and do the work, to do the planning, hire the planners. So, what is it you feel as a as a psephologist, as somebody who's been involved in elections on a regular basis, if you were to look at it from outside, Viraj, what would you say? What has happened? Is that the politicians do not don't want to, the political guys who are in charge of the party are not aware about electoral politics, one, or they think they are so many years experience, losing no doubt, but they are there because 1-1 fights with the BJP. I think the Congress 70-80% of the point loses anywhere in the country, or they are so happy and they feel like ultimately the BJP will lose, we will come back to power. They are so complacent. The Rahul Gandhi is good, he's very good connect with people, X, Y, Z, but I think his election managers, his political, his MLAs, his MPs have failed miserably in Bihar. The Congress has failed miserable right across the board. And tomorrow they will come out and say vote chori because of this. I don't think that holds good. What do you feel? This is my opinion looking at it from outside, from like, I don't know, so many 2,000-3,000 kilometers from Patna.
See, looking at the tally of Mahagathbandhan, they stand at 35 out of 243, and RJD being the dominant partner, from 75 it has come down to 27, so their tally has become 1/3, and Congress has gone down to 5 from 19, so their tally has become 1/4. So looking at this dismal performance, I won't really blame Congress that much, because RJD has also failed to capitalize. If you look at the last election, RJD did very well, but Congress was the one who pulled them down. But this time I think the results have been consistent throughout the Mahagathbandhan alliance partners. None of them have been able to make a mark. Even CPIML, which won 12 seats last time, has gone down to just 2.
But that is something that on 6th when we spoke to Sajjan and all, we had said that the people in that first phase were not very happy with the CPI, CPM, this people, and there will be a backlash on that, and anti-incumbency would go to those. This is what we had discussed.
See, I think Congress in general, they have to understand that BJP is in power for some time now. They have the resources, they have the organization, they have the planning and the execution as well. So for Congress to win, they have to play their A game, which definitely they have not played. Like you rightly mentioned, that vote chori, even I did not subscribe to it, because someone is stealing votes, then what? I mean, what are you trying to tell people? Okay, someone is stealing, so what are you doing? What will you do? Why do we vote for you? So that kind of narrative was not there. Also, RJD, I'm also disappointed a bit by RJD, because twice they had the opportunity. Once in 2015 when Nitish Kumar contested with in an alliance with them, and after 2.5 years they somehow screwed it up. Nitish Kumar went back. Again in 2020 he came back to the RJD. So that was a time when Tejasvi Yadav, as a young politician that he is, should have stuck with Nitish Kumar, come what may, remained in power, learned, maybe probably expanded his organization, resources, and he had age on his side, so there was no hurry of becoming the chief minister. He could have waited for 5 years, 10 years. Being in power was important because they are out of power from almost now 2005, except for those brief 2 periods. So that's where I think he missed the bus. Originally in 2015 the Congress was also with them, so that was a crucial point where they let go Nitish Kumar. Having said that, now it is a very bad tally, also not a very good sign as far as democracy is concerned, because we need a strong opposition. With this kind of results, I am pretty sure their morale is like at a very low level. Even their workers would be demoralized. And if you actually look at the vote share, the people supporting them, RJD, had got 23.1% last time around. This time they've got 22.77. So there's hardly been any change. So their voter base is still with them. Only issue has been BJP, JDU combined has got 6% more than what they got last time. This 6% is again not coming from the Congress, but it's coming from the others, the smaller parties. In addition, they got a boost through LJP. LJP had got 5.8% last time around. This time they've got 5.1, but 5.8 was when they were not fighting with the BJP and JDU. They were fighting against them, and this time they are in an alliance. So this 5.12 has added to BJP and JDU's vote share, which is already 6% above 2020 figure. So 6 plus 5 would be around 11% increase, and that has resulted in a huge number of seats. So from a simple majority last time, they've gone to almost 4/5, more than 4/5 majority.
Yeah,
So
see, I would like a little bit of
another point that
sorry.
I would want to make is, if you want to defeat the BJP, now let's look at Bihar is done. Let's look at the other elections which are coming up, and even Goa in the near future. So if you have to defeat the BJP in today's time, you need strong local leaders. Be it, see, look at the past performances. Who has defeated BJP? Except for the swing states where every 5 years government changes, Mamta Banerjee has done it. She is someone who is vocal, strong, and she does not get affected by what BJP says, keeps doing the stuff that she does. Second is Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar combination. They stood together, they stood tall, and they got through. And in Telangana, we have Revant Reddy, who has also done it. In addition to your local leaders like Samajwadi Party's Akhilesh Yadav has done it in the Lok Sabha election. Similarly, probably to some extent, Uddhav Thackeray, and in the south. So that kind of leadership. Another example is Jharkhand Mukti Morcha, Hemant Soren. So he also managed to do it. He had that connect with the people, and he took BJP head on. So that kind of thing is required. Just being there and thinking that people will get bored of the BJP, or because there's anti-incumbency or some vote chori and some other stuff, people will vote for you, and that is the Congress, is somehow not working. That used to probably work in the 90s, early 2000s, when Congress was like much stronger and BJP was just upcoming. Now the roles have reversed. BJP is at a strong footing what Congress had in the 70s, 80s, and so on. So to defeat the BJP, you need to get your A game out, strong leaders, and that connect with the people, work for the people has to happen. I mean, you just can't be complacent and expect to win. Especially talking about Goa, Congress is pretty strong, and there is good.
Okay, before we go to Goa, I still want to. I still have an issue with. I mean, I still have something to say about Bihar. Now, see. What we are saying is what the figures are saying is that the RJD and the Congress have stuck to their figures, means they have retained their voter base, right? So this is always the return voter base, vote share, I mean whatever it was older, but
seats have dropped.
No, forget about the seats have dropped, but the BJP has done better than them even last time, but still has increased its voter share. Now that I can say is only election management. Election management, work on the ground, connect on the ground. So the complacency, I feel like whatever
and Tejasvi was the man to counter the BJP. Also, I think he has
Legacy, Lalu's legacy.
Lalu's legacy is like it is also creating problems for him because he's getting his vote share from those Yadavs and minorities, but he's not able to expand to the other set of electorate.
Takes effort, no?
So either the effort is not being put or BJP is doing it better and appealing to those voters. I don't know what the reason is, but that is somehow not happening.
But we have seen this with the opposition, and especially when it is aligned with the Congress. I think state by state we have seen this. I don't know, I feel that the legacy of the past, that okay, we ultimately, boss, we are the princes in waiting. I don't think that anyhow today and that is working. Dodar, what do you feel? I know you have strong thing on this, but basically on this issue.
See, I got only half of what about vote share. Now sometimes
Vote share they have retained. Both opposition parties have retained.
I'll explain how it works sometimes. Now you take example of Lok Sabha elections. BJP has got just 0.70% less than what they got in 2019. But in terms of seats, if you can check, now also you can check, 0.70 म्हणजे तो 1% काय problem. So 1% less, but in terms of losing seats, they lost more than 60-65 seats.
But 10% they lost.
Not 10%, much more, 25%. From 303, they have come down to 240. So they have lost quite a big of seat, more than 22% or 25% seats they have lost. So what happens, this sometimes fraction, how it is getting distributed amongst other, that makes difference. Second, last time if you check, all the oppositions were united. Now if you fight individually, then even 500, 100, 200, 5,000, 2,000 votes taken by one political party away from others, you tend to lose by margin of 1,000, 1,002, 1,000. But if they are together, see, the vote share of the opposition will remain same. But if you are not fighting together, not putting a common candidate, then it's going to have a serious problem.
But here they have been in alliance.
Correct, but last time the demography of the voters, now LGP, you take for example now
that LGP part, yes.
Yes, so and he has got 20 seats.
21.
So let's assume that kind of a vote share was not there with NDA. Victory still would have been there, but it would not have been 202, 208, 209, whatever it is. It would come down to 140, 145, 148, 150. Why? 20 would go to him. That's fine, but what about the remaining candidates? He would eat some votes there, which BJP has all that calculations you may not be able to do now, because those voters have already voted for BJP or for that matter Janata Dal. What would have happened if you was to plant a candidate, take a close fights where BJP or LG or Janata Dal has won by margin of 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 votes? Would have made a difference if Paswan would have been on the other side. So how this composition works, that decides the surge, which amount of seats that you get. I think this equation has arithmetic, and the equation has been on the NDA side this time. It always been there for last 2-3 years, but this time it has worked even better.
I don't know if I agree with you fully on this. What I'm saying is, Francis, this is election management. I feel this is complete election management.
Yeah, it is complete election management.
It's nothing else.
Glenn, see, I've been looking at, looking at the seats that they have won. For example, it is declared one, Congress has declared one in Krishanganj.
By how much? 900 votes?
No, by about 12,000 votes. Okay, that's a Muslim seat. And Kamrul Huda has won the seat, right? Then if you look at the 4 that they are leading in, okay, out of that, another 2 of them are still minority constituencies, okay, and again Muslims are one. So what that tells you is that Congress and the RJD are still winning on the minority.
That's exactly. That's what I said before the break.
And they are not willing to move. And
they have not. I don't know, willing or able. See, there are 2 things: willing or able. My point is, I am saying not able, or they have not put in their thing. They have not learned from their mistakes of the past. They have not been able to shrug off the legacy. See, even till today, even in Goa, now the center, the BJP has been ruling for 11-12 years. Goa, they have been ruling for 15 years. But still, the BJP still, when it wants to divert topics, they will say, no, Congress did it. Arre, Today 5 years India has changed. Yeah. Look at the demography and look at the infrastructure and all. But the Congress has still not been able to hit back at that. So that means they have not learned from their mistakes or not willing to learn from mistakes. So not full opposition. I'm not only blaming Congress, except a few places like probably Shiv Sena, Uddhav has learned whatever anybody might say. Maybe TMC she's just a street fighter. But the Karina,
but even
Stalin
if you see Uddhav and Shiv Sena, where is the results after that learning? Where are the results? There are no results. Bombay Municipal Corporation elections, we expected them to win a landslide victory. They did not win a landslide. So, where are the results showing? Your learning should,
translate into something.
Translate into action onto the ground, and that action should then translate into results.
So, what is it? Apathy, arrogance? What is it?
I don't know. I think
leadership.
I think there is a massive issue with leadership in the Congress. Massive issue.
In opposition, looks like.
You just take the Goa Congress for example. Who is the leader? Can you name one strong leader who's leading the party? I don't think so.
Advocate Siddharth Samant.
See, two things.
No,
things.
leader I was talking about.
I will talk about the leader.
One second, sir. Let me finish. There is no leader. I'll just finish and then you can say. One is there is no leader. Secondly, there is no organization. Thirdly, there is no leadership team. So you need a leader. That leader needs to have a leadership team, and then it needs to have an organization.
No reviews of what's happening.
Yeah. They are just sitting on those old laurels of we are the grand old party of India, we are Congress party, our symbol has these many votes and all, and the more they say that, the more those votes are getting dwindled. You know, that symbol is losing its value.
But it still got 20% of the vote.
20%?
Yes, Congress got 20% in Goa.
In Goa? Here, look at the vote share that has gone. No, at one point of time, Congress, when it was winning elections over here, they used to have like 35 and 40% vote share.
On its own. Right now it's gone down to half. And if they don't behave themselves in Goa, that Congress vote share will go down to 8-9%. Like it is going down in Bihar. Look at the vote share in Bihar. In Bihar, INC's vote share currently is showing at how much? 8.73%. Can we see the slide of the vote share? Can we get the slide of the vote share? The old and new.
8.73% is the vote share that it is showing currently. And BJP with just 20% vote share has got 91 seats. So what?
See the vote share over the years.
Yeah, if you see the vote share over the years, the Congress vote share, which is in blue,
9.5%.
Yeah, 9.5. This time it has gone down lower even. It's gone down to 8.73%. Okay, and if you see the BJP's vote share, okay, it has gone from 2010, 15 in this 16% to 24% to 19%, and this time it's not higher, it's 20.61%. But in the same amount of vote share, they have gone from like I think about 20 or 30 seats to 91 seats today. The seat tally has gone down 3 times. So what does that tell you? Is just speak to your people, organize your people, and your people will get you the seats, right? But that means speak to your people, which the Congress, I don't think they've forgotten how to speak. The second thing is like organize your people. They don't organize anything, nor their people, nor their cadre, nothing. So it's massively clear that the BJP is working very, very hard. The JDU is working the second hardest, and Tejasvi is working not hard, but he's working. That's why he's getting the number of seats that he has got. So that's how it is in Bihar. It's 27 seats for JDU, 91 for the BJP, and 91 for BJP, 83 for JDU, and 27 for RJD, which is Tejasvi gang.
See, as far as leadership is concerned, only leader is not going to do anything for you. You have to have a structure in place. You have to have a cadre-based party where volunteers are doing their job. And unfortunately, Congress lacks in all three. They have voters. They have voters. They have voters. They have voters.
You talk about Goa.
Even in Goa, they have voters.
How much you feel?
Whatever are left, whatever they are get, that 20% what you are saying are voters. It has nothing to on the contrary, kind of leadership they have lost probably. If they had not they would have a better leadership, it would have gone up. हे असले लिडर असा म्हणून त्यांचे 2-4% कमी झाले
Friends
असतात.
of Bhajan?
No, he's
Pointing out to Congress leadership. There is no Congress here. There is no Congress here, so it's a random point. It's not pointing out. So what I am trying to say,
Maybe Congress, maybe friends
Central-
of Congress and like do
central or even at the state, even at the state, one worse than the other. Congress leadership is one worse than the other.
Which one? In the Congress or that
in the
one
Congress,
which has joined
outside the
BJP?
Congress, those who want to join the Congress and those who want to get out.
BJP has taken half the Congress guys,
So
yeah.
therefore,
What, Doctor?
then there is a question to ask why they perform in BJP. Structure. That's how policies. There is a proper chain. How you work. What is your role? Everything is defined in BJP. It's a professionally run party. This is not. They have no program. They have no leadership. They have no people structure in place. They have no volunteers. Only and only thing, because so many years party has worked right from pre-independence till now, they have some voters. That can't be denied. They have voters. There is no doubt about it. Whether it is in Goa, whether it is in Bihar, you can't.
Bihar, yeah.
Even in Bihar, whatever 10% is nothing to do with Rahul Gandhi. They see media might project him something. Social media, they may have few warriors, but if you think it is Rahul Gandhi who has, on the contrary, because of Rahul Gandhi, they must have lost few votes. I am clear about that. Because of people like Rahul Gandhi, if minus Rahul Gandhi, they would have been 11 to 12%. I have absolutely no hesitation to say that. If somebody wants to believe that Rahul Gandhi is galvanizing, he is trying to blow by wearing t-shirt, I have got many more t-shirts than him. These t-shirts are not, see, these things are not, these things are never going to, these are not going to, see, these are gimmicks, these are not, see, you have to be a serious, you will see him tomorrow or day after tomorrow flying to either Bangkok or to some
Bangkok and all of our poor people.
From Middle Eastern or some other countries in far west. So these are not serious kind of profession. They don't take politics seriously. For them it is like a hereditary thing which has been thrust upon him. He does not have time for all these things. He does not have time for his own leadership. No serious approach to any problem.
One thing I would just before we took a break last time and went, you suddenly shifted to Bollywood. What were you trying to say?
I will tell you the context and I will tell you what I mean. I have no problem.
What were you trying to say? Tell us what you were trying to say.
My problem is I don't mince my words.
But what were you trying to say? Tell us.
I will tell you. See, we were talking about
Bihar election.
image of
Bihar.
We are talking about image of Bihar. See, I will give you an example first, and then let's assume you are conducting an interview now. There are two people. Somebody, your peon comes and tell you there are two candidates, one from Bangalore and one from Bihar, and you have time only for one. You will tell without closing your, without even knowing who the person is sitting, the Bangalore wala, that Bihar wala.
No.
This is and why, who is responsible for this? Bollywood responsible for this. Because that image that they have created about Bihar is that they are people who chew pans and spit on the street. That if somebody, some goon, Kallu mama idhar aur uska khun karo, they are only if a kid, that's a kidnapper's language. That's the language of Bihari. That language is of somebody who's going to murder somebody. Never. Maximum IAS and IPS officers come from Bihar. Have you seen in any Bihari this who is showing IPS officer or doing good work? One Bihari person? No. That's why I was telling you the kind of image of Bihar, which is I'm
Okay,
not saying it's a most progressive. I am not saying it's a very progressive state, but whatever the disreputation, that complex is there in the mind.
Chief Minister has been talking about those people.
That
somebody has filed a complaint against him also. How Chief Minister?
That's
somebody from Patna.
Correct. So that's
one of the reasons BJP won the Bihar elections is because we celebrated Chhat Puja so massively.
So well in Goa.
Correct,
yeah.
That's what Bihar jitla.
Okay, now wait. Now
so
what I'm talking
thank you to Goa also.
Yeah, there are a lot of Biharis in Goa. So in one point I would like to say is now Dr. Dotor has gone on Bola. I was very curious, sorry, but I was very curious why he was talking about all this. He didn't bring out all the good points about Bihar and Chhat Puja and all people who are in Goa doing good. That you didn't pick up. You only picked up the bad about people talking about.
No, but not here. I'm talking about Bollywood. I'm not talking about Goa.
Okay, Goa also Bollywood only. No. So what I'm saying is now, what about the state of the opposition? Now, now West Bengal elections are there, Assam and Goa elections. elections are there. So what lessons are these for Goa? Starting off with you, Viraj.
See, I think Congress, as far as Goa is concerned, the principal opposition party is
Because
the Congress.
AIMM also probably could come to Goa. You've got how much? 8% or 9% Muslims in Goa.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah, so principal
8-9%,
More,
no?
8%.
Yeah, something, no, more than 9%, yeah. So if AIMM comes to Goa, one minority is gone from Congo, kide utta? Francis Babu?
So, see, principal opposition party in Goa is the Congress, and it's much stronger in Goa than it is in Bihar. So, and there's no regional partner as such who is going with the Congress like Tejasvi Yadav.
That's dangerous
or
because
RJ
one-on-one fights
or,
with BJP, Congress.
SP in Uttar Pradesh or RJD in Bihar. So it is one fight, Congress versus BJP in Goa. Also, Congress is much stronger in Goa
So there's
than
no
the other
need to
party.
worry in Goa.
No, I'm coming to it. No? So,
Just asking.
so they are on a much stronger footing, but they have to build on that. So, like what RJD has done, RJD manages to retain its vote share, but is not able to increase it. So, Congress is in a similar situation. So, it has its voter base. The current BJP government also has anti-incumbency just by the fact that they are in power for 15 years. So that itself gets some anti-incumbency along with it. Plus the other factors could also compound. So Congress has to be in a position where they can capitalize on this anti-incumbency and increase their vote share through increasing the domain of their voters. They have to appeal to the non-Congress voter base as well. So how they do it, that is something will have to be taken care by them. Anti-incumbency is another strong suit where they have to capitalize. Now coming to the third point is the other parties like RG. RG last time took some 7-8% vote share, and I personally feel they will improve their tally. I don't know about the other panelists, but I strongly feel they'll improve their
In North Goa,
tally.
they'll improve their tally, 100%.
And there is AAP, TMC. I don't see them making that much of an impact this time around. But RG and Congress, if they come together, then it could be
Goa
a
forward.
Goa
Local
forward
party.
is, I'm assuming them to be with the Congress. Currently, they are in an alliance.
But last tryst at the power was with BJP. Goa forward.
So if they can come together, then I think they have a very good combination. They can look at winning. But if they don't contest in an alliance, then I think it is giving
Like
an advantage to the BJP.
Okay, my point.
Like Bihar, they'll be decimated.
Yeah, but wait, my point, alliance, forget about alliance. Now, see, alliance is later. This I'm sure doctor will bear with me. Now, it's not that the Congress has not been winning seats. It's won 17 seats previous, it's won 13 seats, it's won X seats, Y seats. But today, what is the Congress strength in Goa?
See, they might have won,
much?
but their tally has come down, no?
Yeah, that is, so tomorrow if Congress
that
gets 15 seats or 16
They
seats.
cannot take for granted that they'll get 17,
If
19.
they get 15 seats, are those 15 seats going to remain? Today, BJP gets 13 seats, it crosses
depends on
11,
the-
12
that
seats.
depends
I'm
on-
telling you,
I
once
think,
if BJP crosses 11, 12 seats even, it'll form government.
See, that depends on the kind of candidates that the Congress brings, and completely depends on if the candidates are the kind of candidates that they have gotten in the past.
Good
who can be
candidates,
bought-
many of them.
Which Babush Mansarat, what is good about him? He can be bought at the drop of a hat. You show one case file to him and he'll come running in whichever direction you want him to come. So what candidates are we talking about? Every single candidate that they have bought are people like Babush Mansarat and Jennifer Mansarat and those kind of people. Like, for example, the recent lot of people, Digambar Kamath, he's that
Jaika.
that Berger's paint
Berger.
case is still going on. The Santa Cruz MLA, the Kalangut MLA, Michael Lobo or Santa Cruz Rudolph. Rudolph has like a room full of cases. Michael Lobo has not only cases but he has vases and he has other things. So these kind of people can be bought or like coerced at the drop of a hat. And the Congress is like, it's insistent on giving such people tickets who can be bought. Now whether they swear in front of gods or goddesses, they will be bought. See, the problem is not that the Congress cannot win and they will, the issue with the Congress is that they are stuck in their old ways. They want to go with the same old formulas, they want to depend on the same old electorate, and they think that they're resting on their old laurels. If the Congress party starts working like a new party with new people and new faces,
Professional.
in a professional manner, put up good candidates who, like, you know, promise a great future for Goa, talk about what they can do, not talk about how you know, the previous people have messed up things. That's how Narendra Modi came to power, right? He was, like, you know, bitching less about the existing Congress, but talking about, like, you know, what he would do. He was speaking about, like, you know, just bringing affordability back to India at that time. Today he's taken affordability and thrown it in the trash bin, but that's what the Congress needs to do in a place like Goa, and they can win. If they cross the winning mark, then they are safely home. There's no problem. But to be able to do that, the Congress needs to, like, you know, introspect among themselves, like, you know, like change their entire leadership inside out, and like infuse fresh faces. But that's not, they didn't do the same. They didn't do that in Bihar, and this is the result. If they don't do it in Goa, it's going to be the same result. So that's what is going to happen. I was just looking at the wins of RJD, coming back to Bihar. In some places, the RJD is winning with they're leading with as less as 800 votes. For example, this constituency number 219, GO, okay, 810 votes. Another constituency, Nabinagar, constituency number 221, 486 votes they are winning by. So they have winning margins. Another constituency, Tikari, 1820
so the minorities are moving away from them.
Exactly. Like. The another constituency, Varsaliganj, 1981 votes. Somewhere 2000 votes, somewhere 4000 votes. So their winning margins for the RJD in this 27 that they are leading in, and their total tally of 23 that they are leading in, are wafer thin margins. That means the RJD is also not really, like, you know, they've not got that 27 with thumping majority in those constituencies. The same thing is going to happen in Goa, where the Congress will win, like, you know, just with wafer thin margins, and those wins are not strong wins, because there is no leader that is commanding that constituency.
Even with BJP
people.
last time.
No, coming to your point of party hopping, so I think those who have done it in the past, those 10 guys who hopped, plus 2 from the MGP, so that makes it around 12. If you look at the record, only 3 won. So out of those 3, 2 were Babush and his wife. So someone who's very strong in their own respective constituencies at that time. That too, their margin went down very drastically. Yeah. It was like cutthroat. Yeah. Talegaon, less than 1000 votes, who would have thought? So that is one. So someone who's wanting to hop will be much more cautious. Also, I think
next time also they hop, no?
Congress, I think those who wanted to hop or those who could hop, I think have already hopped. So there's hardly anyone left. Only new guys will be there, and I don't think that much probability of hopping goes down is what I feel. Like Francis Bab said, only good candidates have to be given the ticket. Those who are coming back should not be taken at all. Now coming to the current 8. So if you look at them, there is Michael Lobo, Delilah Lobo, and Kedar Naik. They were from the BJP, so them hopping back is just like going back to their own den.
Garvapsi.
Yeah, and the other 5, except for Digambar Kamath, who's also did not get that many votes in Lok Sabha election. If you look at the margins, and probably Sankalp, everyone else is struggling. So I don't think the others will even get tickets, or if they get tickets, I don't think they're going to win. So there's a small lesson here. I think the candidates have already learned their lesson, and there's no one else who's there who could hop.
Yeah, the candidates have learned the lesson. Has the Congress party learned the lesson is the discussion. The Congress party has to learn the lesson. Candidates can learn lessons every day, every night.
Yes. See, Goan politics is little different than other parts of India.
Not really. Not really. You may think that.
As far as
different in which way, Dr.?
Because defections of these natures do not happen there.
Smaller parties.
It is not possible, because Goa is a smaller state. It's possible. See, for let's say somebody from say JDU wants to defect from 83, they probably 60 MPs or MLAs. Not possible to have. So that kind of a politics. See, if you are right from thinking that I may get elected here. Now, for example,
that has been done in Maharashtra.
It has been done in
Maharashtra. It was a different thing. It was not a defection of this nature. That was broken party into two. That's which fraction is to be taken.
They broke 2 parties, sir, not 1 party.
Correct, but that is not. See, there is a difference between partying this and. But anyway, as Goan politics is concerned, defections have always happened. On the contrary, defections now are happening at a pre-planned level. Earlier defection, people would just walk in. If you remember politics of 90s, Dayanand Narvekar to in fact prior to that, I think Harish Zatia, and after that 7-8 including that Dev Mandrekar, I can name each election who have gone and how much. Then there that Purogami Lokasai, the Puloa Sarkar, then thereafter Suren Shirsat had left. There are so many I can tell you that they were just for the sake of it. In the morning they would be in one party, by the evening they would go. Today at least there is some organized, 2/3 of the party members have to go and merge. So it's not that easy for henceforth, because as they say, people have already learned their lesson, and the new, if suppose there are 15 of them which are elected, then 11 of them has to merge. It has happened, it's not that it has never happened. For 11 to merge, it's going to be very difficult. So that also aspect, whatever is happening, chances of it being replicated again will be very
So what
less.
do you say? You feel Congress has got a good chance now if this thing is going to, because I'm out of time, we have to close. Closing statements.
That I may not agree.
My point was that.
No, I may not agree that AAP or for that matter RG or Congress. Congress has a good chance. On the contrary, Congress's chance would be much more. Last time BJP had got 20. 20, and Congress had got I think 13 or something like that. But this time Congress getting, even maintaining those 13 will be very difficult. It will be lesser than that.
Closing statements.
See, in Goa, I think from what my analysis is that in Goa, we don't want those old politicians back. I don't care whether they are from Congress, whether they're from BJP, the Vishwajit Rane, Babush Mancharat for sure. Those kind of people are the reason why Goa has gone to the dogs. It doesn't matter.
You're insulting dogs.
Sorry, I apologize to all the dogs. I love dogs. But the reason why Goa has gone to hell is because of these politicians that have been just destroying and ravaging Goa for their political gain, and then they dole out some little freebies to some people in their constituencies and hold on to that power. So in Goa, I think I don't care about Congress, I don't care about the BJP, I don't care about any of the parties, I care about Goa, and Goa has to decide to elect politicians that are not from that block. Politicians are like diapers, they have to be changed every few years because they turn to shit.
So people, basically you want people who are going to care for Goa.
I want new politicians who cannot be compromised at least for like the next 4-5 years. I want politicians who care about Goa. I want politicians who are not interested in money. Those are the kind of politicians. We need a new crop of politicians in Goa to save Goa. Otherwise, they are going to...
You mean to say you don't want politicians who are going to make money from politics? They can have their own businesses and...
No, there are so many...
Correct.
There are so many erstwhile politics. I was talking to you about Erkulan Durado. He's still alive. He's a politician. He still lives in the same apartment that he lives earlier. He's he did politics for the Konkani agitation and did politics for Goa. Right?
Yeah.
He didn't do it for the money. There are politicians like him.
Yes.
As far as Goa is concerned, BJP will keep doing what it does best, that is election management.
Yes, I agree.
It is up to the opposition to capitalize on the anti-incumbency, all the issues and voter consolidation. So Congress, I feel, from the opposition lot is in the best position. How well they perform remains to be seen.
Because they have everything to prove. I think the election machinery of the BJP is running, and it keeps on running, and once little more, you say March, April, then it will move into full election gear. Now for ZP also they are doing whatever, but it will come. Anyway, this was a very interesting, actually little bit of a, it was a landslide victory, I think, for the BJP, and the final results will be out, but I think the NDA has really swept the polls, and it's not for them, but I think it is for the opposition to sit back and introspect, learn from their mistakes, do some long leadership, because elections keep on happening. Next election is going to be in West Bengal. Now ZP elections will come up in Goa, West Bengal, then Goa. So they have to, because it is not left up for the BJP to do something. It's left up for the opposition if they want to come back to power. Yes, thanks, and I am Glenn Costa for the election coverage of Bihar for GOA365. Keep watching.